Being held without bail after he was arraigned on murder and other charges.
Yeah, tonight his family insists Jamison is innocent. One woman, a young mother, was killed. 2 others were wounded. And today we found out a 4th person had a close call.
Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson in Lower Manhattan tonight with our lead story. Kevin.
Well, Bill and Liz, that 4th person was standing right in front of this club, directly in the line of fire. Today in court, prosecutors revealed for the first time a bullet actually ripped right through the top of that person's baseball cap. As for Jamison, he seemed unfazed as he faced a judge. His family was here for support.
I think that he's innocent until proven guilty. Okay. Point blank, period.
DeLon Jamison's family has not talked to the 26-year-old in days, but heard an earful in court as he faced a judge for the first time. With his lawyer by his side, prosecutors maintained there is powerful proof Jamison pulled out a gun and opened fire outside of Club Motivo Monday morning. His good friend, Walika Fawcett, a single mom, was killed. She was not the intended target.
What happened, sir?
Jamison's uncle tells me if his nephew did do this, it was a big mistake.
He's a good kid. He's not a gangbanger. None of that they talking about. He's a family man. That's it.
Jamison is a single dad. He has a little girl. He's extremely close with his grandmother. That's her on the right. But authorities paint a much different picture of him, saying he's an ex-con, part of a gang. Investigators maintain Monday he got into an argument with some people inside this club on East 21st Street. A bouncer threw him out and Jamison returned, allegedly fired off 5 shots. His aunt is keeping an open mind, but told me the young man she knows doesn't have it in him to do this.
Sometimes we are caught up in some bad situations in life, and sometimes you don't think before you react, and it's really bad.
2 other women were hit with bullets and lived. One is Walika's best friend. She was standing next to her, watched Walika die. In an emotional message, she wrote, quote, "Words can't express the sadness I have in my heart. I'm sorry that this happened to us, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't do anything to protect you. My heart is completely broken."
My heart is going out to them. No one should be killed on the streets. No one should have to deal with any of that.
Now, prosecutors say 4 witnesses picked out Jamison from a lineup. He's due back here in court on Monday.
What's good, y'all? What's the Numbers TV? It's your boy, Po Ro. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. And like a video if you appreciate the content that Po Ro and What's the Numbers I provided. Today we back with a profile piece. This one is on Smack the Dime. In this video, we're going to talk about his early years coming up in the Bronx. Then we will speak about his group of friends and the different things they were into, like party promotion and rap. After that, we'll focus on Smack's social media presence before breaking down the sad situation that currently has him serving 39 years in jail. DeLon Jamison, better known as Smack the Dime, is from the South Bronx. Growing up in and around the Mitchell houses will be eventful to say the least, as there's always something good or bad to get into inside the projects of New York City. Smack throughout the years would connect with a group of friends who over time started to be known as Dimes R Us. The authorities labeled them a gang, but a lot of people their age knew them from either playing ball or dancing at a local party. Some Dimes R Us members, Smack included, eventually started rapping, and although they never blew up big time with the music, it did shine a light on them for a while. Starting at 16 and continuing during his early 20s, Smack would have a few run-ins with the law, even hitting Rikers Island at one point. But luckily for him, he always got sentenced to probation or community service and never did an extensive time in jail. In 2012, Smack and a couple others out the crew got us a party promotion, which eventually grew into doing some club promotion for different spots around the city. Over the next couple of years, Smack would continue to do his promotion thing, and by 2014, he had made a nice little name for himself on the New York City club scene. He no longer only worked with clubs in the Bronx, but was now promoting for some spots in Harlem and Midtown Manhattan also. Smack's presence on social media began to grow the more he became a fixture in the New York City nightlife. In 2015, Smack, who was in his mid-20s and a father already, looked like he was headed in the right direction in life. Although he still frequented the hood, Smack had a knack for getting to $1, and with the right investment or opportunity, looked like he could make the transition to living a better life as he got older. But unfortunately for him, that would never take place, because in October of 2015, Smack would be charged with murder after a shooting at a nightclub in the Flatiron District in Manhattan. The incident began after Smack allegedly exchanged words with the person planning the all-black party going on inside the club. He also exchanged words with the security guards. And after getting kicked out of the club, Smack told the bouncers that he was going to his car to get his gun. A few minutes later, at about 4 a.m., he returned with a gun in hand and allegedly began firing just as 3 women were leaving the nightclub. Waleed Grace Fawcett, 24, of the Bronx, was shot in the back. She died several hours later at Bellevue Hospital Center. A 30-year-old woman and a 25-year-old woman were also shot but survived. Reports say Smack took off after the shooting in a dark-colored BMW and went on the run. But instead of getting low and staying off social media, Smack decided to make a post on his IG page with a picture of him and the lady that died, Waleed Grace Fawcett, saying he hopes she pulls through and he wouldn't know what to do if she died. Then, after finding out she died, Smack decided to make another post on IG saying rest in peace to the deceased woman and also claiming that he was innocent of any wrongdoing he was being accused of. The cops weren't buying it though, and not even 2 days later they had Smack in custody after arresting him during a traffic stop in Brooklyn. From there, Smack's case would play out in court for the next few years while he sat on Rikers Island professing his innocence on social media any chance he got. Then finally, in July 2018, a verdict will be reached in Smack's case. He will be found not guilty of the top count of murder, but was found guilty of manslaughter along with weapons possession and 2 counts of assault for the 2 women he injured. His lawyers would try to get the conviction tossed over some technicalities to no avail. And in February of 2019, Smack the Dime will be sentenced to 39 years in New York State prison. He received the maximum sentence on the manslaughter and assault charges by the judge. And just like that, at 30 years old, Smack will head upstate to begin serving his time, which is where he's currently at today. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. It was a quick profile piece on DeLon Jameson, better known as Smack the Dime, out of the Bronx, New York, Mitchell Projects. Now I want to start off by saying rest in peace to Waleed Grace Fawcett, the young lady that lost her life at 24 years old after making her way back to the city after graduating from college. She was out celebrating her birthday and she lost her life allegedly to somebody that she knew. Her sister came and did an interview and said that her and Smack knew each other. They were actually friends. They rode around to, I don't know if they rode to the spot together, but they do, he was a driver here, driver there, things like that. They definitely knew each other. And, she ended up losing her life at the hands of him. Allegedly he got convicted of the shooting. So I just want to say rest in peace to her. Now, Smack is still online professing his innocence. Now, like I said, he knows the truth. He got convicted in court of manslaughter, weapons possession, and assault. He did beat the murder charge, but at the end of the day, when he lays down at night, he knows if he did it or not. So he's on Instagram still professing his innocence, saying he's working on appeals, trying to get himself home. Now, during his trial, he was fighting a lot though. He almost had the case almost got thrown out a few times. Like he was putting up a fight. Now, maybe he did have some arguments as far as it wasn't him. I don't know, but I know he did get convicted and he got sentenced to 39 years. He's currently upstate serving that sentence right now. But if you want to go see him on Instagram, I think his Instagram is Smack is him now. You go check it out. Now, Smack knew a lot of people. He knew a lot of people in the party scene. He knew a lot of females. He was kind of popular in certain circles, especially in that Bronx nightlife. He was doing his thing as far as from a youngin'. They was rapping, Dimes R Us, going to different parties, Skate Key, things like that. They've been around for a while. The cops had them labeled as a gang. I don't know if there was a conventional gang or more so just like a crew, a set of, a crew of people from the projects, because it's not like that gang is running around the rest of the city. Like Dimes R Us is all over the city, like a Bloods, a Crip, a YG, a Trinitario, a GD Folk. It was more so like, for their area, their little crew. So maybe he was a conventional gang on top of that. I don't know. But I don't know if Dimes of Us, the authorities might have labeled them a gang. But I don't know if they was more so a gang or just a crew from their area that, was out in the streets doing their thing. So this is a profile piece. So I hope you guys like it. Only one with it. You can't find this story nowhere else on YouTube. What's the Numbers TV. We hang our hat on that as far as being the ones to give y'all exclusive stories that nobody else is touching on. And that's what we're doing right here with this profile piece. Make sure you subscribe up to the channel, follow the live stream and clips channel, follow the Instagram, follow my partner Batty Bills on Instagram. We on our way to 100K. And on that note, man, I just want to say shout out to everybody. It's Pole Row. It's What's the Numbers TV. I'll be back before you know it, man. I'm out of here. Peace.